Hello and welcome back to the North Pole. Today we have a very special treat for all of you from someone who knows all about preparing delicious foods for the holidays or any day. He's a world-class chef, cookbook author, entrepreneur, tireless philanthropist, and the host of Food Network's restaurant Impossible, where he's helped transform over 300 struggling restaurants. So now, let's enjoy a special holiday cooking segment from Chef Robert Irvine.
I appreciate the warm welcome, Mrs. Claus. It's an honor to bring a little kitchen magic to you in the North Pole and to all our friends watching from the Navy Exchange. First and foremost, I want to say to all our Navy folks, happy 250th. Today we're going to make a simple dish, braised coq au vin, inexpensive, easy, put it in the oven and forget about it, but a delicious meal fast. And I believe fast. So the first thing we're going to do, you'll turn the heat on. I'm using a butane gas burner. Get the pan a little warm first, because what we're going to do is render down bacon. What does render mean? Take the fat out of it. Pan gets hot, chopped bacon, and I'm just going to take the fat. I want all the goodness from the bacon fat. That's what I'm actually going to cook in. So don't rush this process. Let it do its thing nicely. The heat will come up. You'll start to hear it sizzle, and then you'll start to see all the fat come out. You can hear the sizzle right now if I get close to it. While that's rendering down, doing its thing, I'll stir it occasionally, right, so it doesn't get burnt. But look, all this chicken, this recipe does between 4 and 6 people. This chicken was $7.50 in a regular store. They are thighs with the bone in. Why? We want the flavor from the bone. All I'm going to do is season, a little salt, and you can hear that sizzle, that bacon right now, a little pepper. And the best thing for this is to take the chicken out about an hour before you're going to use it. And let me get to room temperature, because if I put something cold into something roasting hot, it steams and it doesn't seal and get that beautiful golden brown look and texture. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. You can hear the bacon, and the bacon really is just giving us salt and fat. Now remember, the bones are in this. I've seasoned the top. Leave it out an hour before you cook it to get it room temperature. Then turn it over, because you have to season both sides of it. I don't know where you get your chicken, but it doesn't come seasoned where I get mine. So, salt and pepper doesn't hurt anybody. Just adds to the flavor of this amazing simple dish. A bit more pepper. Okay. Now if you look over here, you can see the fat coming out. You can actually see it right there. But I want to render it down more and more and more, just so I get more of the fat out of it. Because fat in this case is great flavor. You can even do this the day before if you want to. Render the fat, take the bacon out, put it in a separate dish, keep the fat in a separate bowl. And you can see all these bits on the bottom. That's not burning. That's actually all the flavor, the salt coming out, congregating on the bottom. And when I deglaze, which I'll show you in a second, it's a big word, it means put liquid into it. You'll see what it does. All that fond comes off. So look, you can see lots of fat coming out of this. This is great flavor. This is good bacon. And I'm a big believer in fat is good for you. So whatever they tell you, don't listen. You can actually see the fat right there, look. Okay, now I'm going to take the bacon out. I'm still going to use the bacon, but I'm going to sear the chicken in the fat here. Whoop, whoop. Now you can see the pan, you can look at it. It looks like it's burned, right? It's actually not. Watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a little bit of fat out here because I'm gonna cook our mushrooms at the same time I'm cooking the chicken. I'm gonna put the chicken in, skin side down first. Remember, that's the front, that's the bottom, skin side first. I just want to get golden brown. Meanwhile, I'll turn this pan on for a second, get it warm because we're going to cook our mushrooms in there. So far, so good. Bacon's good. You feel like you're in a bit, do? I love this dish because in the winter, it's kind of a stewy, soupy consistency. You bake it in the oven. You can't mess this up. You just put it in the oven and let it finish off cooking. Serve with some mashed potatoes and vegetables. It's pretty amazing. So, in go the mushrooms. Just quartered. Now you notice I'm not making a movement with the pan because I don't want to break the sear. I want this chicken to be golden brown when it goes in. You start to see it go golden brown now. Remember, we're not actually cooking it, we're just searing it at the moment. Turn it over. Give it a couple of minutes on each side, then magic is going to happen, believe me. Mushrooms, will leave them alone. Now watch this. Chicken I'm going to take off. Put it back onto that pan. It is still raw, so don't think it's cooked. But look at my pan. Into this, I'm going to start with some carrots that are just chopped roughly, some silver skin onions, you know, the pickled onions. Then I put a little bit of garlic, chopped garlic, tomato paste. And the reason we're having the tomato paste is for flavor, but also for the thickness of the sauce. I'm just going to roast this together for a couple of minutes, get it nice and yummy, yummy. All that bacon fat going into the vegetables, the garlic. And notice I didn't put the garlic in immediately because otherwise it would burn very quickly and you get a nasty taste. So we're cooking out the tomato paste. The next thing is this. A little bit of butter. And we're going to melt the butter because now we're going to form the base of our sauce or braising liquid. So the butter's in there, our garlic, tomato paste, onions, carrots. Now here's where the magic starts to happen. I'm going to add to that flour. This is called making the sauce, the roux. The flour and the butter come together and they thicken, and I'll show you this in a second, they thicken everything together. So you can see it's like a big lump of messy stuff. Now, in goes chicken stock, red wine. By the way, here's a tip. If you wouldn't drink the wine, don't cook with it. Get a fairly decent wine. You get it at next. And we're just going to mix that together. You can hear my mushrooms going over here. In goes the bacon again. So we've got everything in that one pan right now. Our mushrooms in. Turned off. And look what I got. I got bacon, mushrooms, carrots, onion. I've got the flour, a little bit of butter. And that's the sauce or the liquid I'm going to cook the chicken in. Now, we take bay leaves. Bay leaves you can't really eat, but they're good for flavor. We just drop them in. And here's what all of you at home do wrong. You take thyme and you just put it in like so. What I want you to do is take the thyme using the back of a knife and just bruise the stalk, because all the oil are in the stalk. Just drop them in. That's the flavor profile. Now, add the gravy. Mix it up. Turn the heat really, really low. Then, I add the chicken back into the sauce. I know if you're like me, you're gonna love this dish. It's really, really exciting, easy to do. And if you did this on a Sunday and you wanted to eat it on a Monday, you could just cool it in the refrigerator and then put it back in the oven on Monday when you need it. Although, I'm gonna eat it today. So this is basically the finished dish. We've got our chicken, our mushrooms, and all the ingredients in here, and you can see it bubbling away. I'm gonna take this dish, put it into the oven and leave it for 45 minutes, 35 to 45 minutes, depending on your oven. Now remember, every time you open the oven door, you lose about 20 degrees of heat. So you can turn the light on and look at it, but don't keep opening the door to check it. 45 minutes, you bring it out, you rest it. Resting means no heat, you just sit on the side, it will continue to cook. It's almost like if you put your fingers together like this and you squeeze, it's just relaxing so the food can take all the sauce into it. Braising, coq au vin, chicken coq au vin. So I'm going to open the oven. I've got one already done. Take that one over there for a second. I'll move that out of the way. I'm going to put this in the oven. I leave it for about 45 minutes. Meanwhile, here's the finished dish. Been cooking. You can see how beautiful this sauce is. I'm going to get a plate. I love family at home. I love family style. So I'm going to remove all this. I'm going to show you how to actually plate something that looks sexy for your family. So, braised chicken. It goes amazingly with mashed potatoes. So watch. Starts with the chicken. And it's just, imagine it's cold, it's wet, it's snowy. And then this comes to your table. Whoa. Mashed potato. Let me tell you, if you get this, this is a treat in a lifetime. Now remember the stalks of the herb. I don't want them in the dish. We just take them out and throw them away. And here it comes. The sauce right over the top. Wipe the plate. Little chopped parsley. There you have it. Simple, affordable chicken coq au vin or braised chicken, mashed potatoes. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Happy holidays and be safe.